I was born in Canada and moved to Miami when I was 2, but spent a decade of summers in Colombia. That was my first introduction to wild nature. It was a time before electronic devices, and after school I'd throw my books on the back of my bike and head to local parks to do homework. I would ride through the lush tropical landscape of Coral Gables, walk the nature trails at Matheson and Fairchild, and camp with friends. My more in-depth study of plants began later when I began to paint plants and their stories. My paintings and drawings focus on the relationship of plants, people, and culture. The legends and traditions of plant use through time fascinates me. The works have multiple layers but fall more within realism than abstraction. I work in oils, graphite, and watercolor. My practice is primarily in drawing and painting, but I also do botanical illustration and textile design using my plant illustrations. My work generally starts with lists. What is my subject, and what are the things I want to find out about? From there, I'll go on to research. I'll take a lot of notes and gather lots of images. For the paintings, I'll start with some thumbnails, then onto a small watercolor to get an idea of where I'm going with color, scale, point of view, etc. The Radiance of Proximity is about how the closeness of a place, a path, a friend, or family has a radiance to it. The exhibition also reflects stories of incredible female plant explorers. One of the big drawings in the exhibition, Maria Sabina, the woman who swims in the sacred, is based on a Mazatec healer who cured in night-long mushroom sessions. Her sessions were recorded and translated. I based this drawing primarily on these texts. The left side represents the underworld, the center, the terrestrial world, and the right side is the celestial world. It was so much fun exploring its elements from tiny sea creatures to galaxies. Chrysalis is a Miami cityscape with an underground view of a library. A freestanding dress with chrysalis attached are hatching into local Miami butterflies. The butterflies exit through a hole in the ground into the landscape. The idea of change and transformation is part of the idea of a library and how reading can lead to a transformation of the thought and the self. The airport setting felt appropriate, given that the work is inspired by new places, people, and environments. I love study and research, but it's the actual experience of a place, a culture, an environment that gives the work its authenticity. I hope the travelers will find in this exhibition the excitement I find in different plants and places and the global cultures that inspired them.